for destructive capability, we're going small and early. As a child, just grasping at the awesome might of cosmos, Seiya created a crater that reporters thought was created by a meteor. In a flashback, Seiya's half-brother and fellow saint, Phoenix Ikki, had to face the Black Saint of Sickness, who stated he could freeze the core of the volcano of Death Queen Island. Ikki, donning no armor, survived his attacks and defeated the Black Saint. After Seiya defeated Ikki, they were teleported away from the suddenly crumbling mountain. It was revealed that the Silver Saint mist caused the earthquake of the entire Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is the highest mountain in all of Japan, roughly 12,000 foot high. Still, in a hard-fought battle, the weakened Seiya overpowered and defeated Misty. It makes you think though, would the battle have went easier if Seiya was 100% donning the Sagittarius cloth and possibly the spiritual essence of the Saint of Sagittarius? Seiya was able to fight on par with the Saint of Leo, at least for a time. What makes this particularly impressive is he did this pre-7th Sense. Now moving way ahead to Poseidon arc, when faced with the Seahorse General of Poseidon, Seiya ignited his bronze claw to the level of a gold saint and unleashed his strongest attack, shattering the scale arm and defeating the Seahorse General, who was thought to be the level of a gold saint. Again donning the Sagittarius cloth with the aid of the weakened bronze saint, Seiya, after multiple attempts, manages to strike the head of Poseidon. Now needing to destroy the ministry of Poseidon, something Poseidon said would survive the end of the universe. The Bronze Saints previously failed to destroy it, even though they were wielding sacred golden weapon. However, Seiya, with the momentum given to him by the other bronze, crashes head first into Poseidon's ministry, overpowering the will of Poseidon's trident and destroying the ministry along with the sanctuary of Poseidon. Long after achieving the 7th Sense, Seiya was attacked by Deathman. Seiya seemingly did not even view him as a threat and easily knocked him down without even donning his cloth. While caught off guard, Seiya managed to hurt one of the strongest magnets of hell with a casual meteor fist. The bronze were not a focus in this arc, so we're jumping near the end of the classic here. Seiya facing the god of death, Thanatos, a character massively more powerful than anyone they faced before. Seiya shockingly managed to make him bleed using his comet fist. Igniting the divine blood of Athena, Seiya finally dons the god cloth. And with a casual kick, Seiya was able to crack the armor of the death god, the guy who survived multiple attacks from the Bronze Saints in golden armor. After, Seiya, in a single technique, completely shattered the death god's surplus armor. Seiya destroyed the barrier of Athena and knocked back Hades. Now this is a great feat for Seiya. That barrier was durable enough to hold the sword of Hades that he swung with killing intent. Knocking back Hades, of course, speaks for itself. Before delving into destructive capacity of the older Seiya, I'm going for durability. Seiya survives getting choked at 4,000 G, which is nearly 9,000 pounds of force around his neck. Survived multiple attacks from Misty, who you can remember caused an earthquake of Mount Fuji. He survived being hit through multiple walls by the Gold Saint. The Saint was holding back, of course, but it's still impressive. He survived being punched through and out of the ocean by the Seahorse General of Poseidon. In one of the most badass things Seiya has ever did, he survives the Sagittarius arrow through his chest that was redirected back at him by Poseidon, pulls it out, fires the same arrow right back at Poseidon, donning the god cloth, whose power is far beyond the combined might of that arrow's gold saints and the twin gods. Seiya desperately tries to destroy the urn of Hades, to only have his attacks thrown back at him. This shows Seiya can easily survive attacks on his level. Seiya was hit by Hades' sword and survived, and while he was clearly hurt, Hades' sword was powerful and sharp enough to cut the urn in half. Well, that's it for the classic, and now it's time for the 40-something experience Seiya. There's a lot of new things going on in the future time, but I will try to explain what is needed to understand his power. Seiya comes to the rescue of Dragon Shiri after being paralyzed by the technique of Sigurd, a gladiator and grandson of Odin. Both Dragon Shiryu and Seiya stated his power was like that of a god. Sigurd rained down one of his strongest attacks, and the weakened Seiya countered it in bronze cloth alone. He awakens his god cloth. Sigurd can't truly fight off this power, but an amazing feat of durability and endurance, he withstands it and waits for Seiya to lose energy. Seiya created a miracle and gathered the power of the hope of humanity, and his cloth transformed once more. By creating a miracle, Seiya harnesses the infinite potential of humanity by tapping into the ninth sin, breaking the holy sword and barrier of Sigurd. It has recently been revealed the thing that makes Seiya so special is the ability to create miracles, that he is the sole reason why humans survive, that he was the hope left in Pandora's box. Now there are some that think saints are useless without their cloth. They're not as strong, consistent, or durable without them, for sure. However, they have great power regardless of the armor they. This misconception is not completely the fault of the reader. Early on in the manga, possibly chapter 1 or 2, they basically state saints are humans without their cloth. The reason for this is either due to the bronze saint simply not knowing any better, or the writer changing and expanding ideas later on. Seiya himself, while in every way badly weakened, nullified an attack from the anti-pope, who was revealed to have killed Zeus. In other words, he did this, of course, without a cloth.